Hi, I'm Miguel.
And I'm Gracinha Viterbo.
And together we are managing partners of Viterbo Interior Design.
We're gonna see and explore this amazing property in Belém, in beautiful Lisboa.
It's a townhouse. It's located right in front of the river. Very well located. Amazing potential. It was initially built in the 20th century, and you're gonna see what we have to show you and what's Gracinha's tips for the interior design.
It's a dream of an interior designer. I love this house.
Let's
Come
go.
with us.
Come on in.
Thank you.
So let's go and see the property.
We're already in it, and I love this little nook before we go in. It was usual because of the wind and because of the weather. It's always nice to have these antechambers and create an introduction to the house. But here, I believe, is one of my favorite spaces of the house, this gallery.
Yes.
You know, I love to design the circulations. I believe a lot of people don't really look at the circulations, but at this time of this architecture, and it's such an interesting architecture, this house, the mix and eclectic mix of neoclassic, neo-romantic, Art Nouveau, really, beginning of the 20th century, all around. And this gallery is really like where everything crosses, and I can really imagine doing something beautiful here, maybe with a decorative painting, indirect lighting. It's really special and romantic.
Yeah, once again, Quintela Penalva and 9 Frank, they don't stop surprising us. The selection they have of properties is truly unique, and this one is one more example of the uniqueness of this property. Not only the location, but its features are truly stunning. So let's go and see the rest of the house.
Let's do it. I love these historic houses and all the detail that we can find and history behind them. I know this house has a renovation project by Arquiteto António da Costa Lima, which really enhances its potential. But the features we have here and the potential we have here in terms of design and history, it's really astonishing. This is one of my favorite rooms. The front facade is totally Art Nouveau. You can see how they were exploring all the new technologies at the beginning of the 20th century with rounder shapes, more fluidity, a lot of details in the stucco. It's just gorgeous. I see so much potential here. This is the living room, but there is a lot of fluidity in these spaces, so you never know, we might just switch them around.
I was going to ask that. I know you like changing.
I love changing. So this might become the dining room, and the living would be directed to the beautiful view of the river we have over here.
So now we're going to the other side of the townhouse, which is right in front of the river.
Yes, so this is the perfect new living room, definitely. You know, these huge volumes with a big, heights. The volumes are great. It's cozy at the same time. And the new veranda and balcony that will exist in the new renovation project would also open the space to more light, to more connection to nature and to the river, which is beautiful.
Yeah, the potential here will be huge because you'll have much more light. You'll be able to live the house not much better in the interiors and outside too. So, I mean, this change here will really.
And in the middle of the city. So you're in Belém, but you're so close to the city. So this is really a gem.
Yeah, true. So now we're in the kitchen. What you usually say this the new living room, right?
Yeah, it is the heart of the house, and oh my God, what the potential of this kitchen, the height, the old feel, but it can also have a total renovation with all the amenities that kitchens need these days and people need in the kitchens these days. I know that the renovation project has planned a bigger space and that this wall will go down and that we will have all this space to work with. So best, volume for an island. We can accommodate, I can see like a breakfast area, breakfast room inside the kitchen with the river view incredible. This is just a dream.
I can imagine the clients who would invest in this townhouse having a breakfast right outside.
Incredible, yeah.
With this amazing view here.
And I can imagine all the decor.
It's magical, of course, yeah. I mean,
amazing.
It makes all the difference also.
Yeah, I mean, we being specialized in historic interior architecture and interior decor, a house like this is just a dream, and thinking that we can incorporate modern and contemporary luxuries and amenities in a house like this with this history, it's really a pleasure to see that the place has been kept to a point where it can be integrated in a new project.
Gracinha, tell me, with your experience in historic buildings, was there, would you keep these original features, these stone features?
Of course, it depends on the conversations with clients. I love historic features, and they can be used in many ways when renovating a historic and traditional kitchen, but it all depends on how the client also uses the kitchen. Everything can be studied and integrated when we're doing a project like this. So,
Gracinha, now we're going to the first floor where the rooms are. And I'd love to hear your opinion here on the staircase, this beautiful staircase, very unique. What intervention would you do with this sculpturous staircase?
Well, you know I love circulation, so before the staircase, these wide corridors, which I'm in awe of because I can see like big pieces of art and really work with the lighting and with lanterns and really with the historic side of this house. The beautiful pine floors that can have a new velatura or decorative kind of intervention, and this really nice cozy space we have before we go up that is familiar in these historic homes in Lisbon, in Palacete, which are the names of these homes in Lisbon, townhouses, that can become an open office, a library, a reading nook, or even like a family space. It's really nice to work with it for a contemporary living. Let's go up and see?
Let's go.
This staircase, have you seen how original it is? Again, the wood, the references of historic ages as the Belle Époque, Art Nouveau, beginning of the 20th century. Everything is here. It's an eclectic townhouse. You can detect all these really special decorative art movements. This one from 1914, yes. 1915. And we just can blend it into a modern decor, a total renovation that is really, really a huge potential.
But even though this building has more or less 100 years, I'm sure there's some materials that there can be reused, right?
Of course, I think reclaiming, restoring are essential in this kind of intervention. It's like a respect for heritage.
Yeah, for sure. So in one of the rooms here, oriented towards the river, lots of natural lighting.
And this beautiful view.
Yes, amazing. So
the museum, the river, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And I love the natural light.
And when you experience renovating historic buildings, would you use more like a classical design here, more eclectic, contemporary?
I think it depends on the client. I think the base is here, it's historic. It has a story already, but that's the fun part. I mean, we work with so many amazing artisans and craftspeople. Portugal has a heritage of decorative arts that can work in restorations like these, but also then let's bring in the modern living, the contemporary, the eclectic that it already has as a story, because it already blends all these Belle Époque movements, but bringing into the 21st century. It might be a family home, it might be a couple, it might be a single person. It depends on how it's going to be lived in, but the potential is here, that's for sure.
So now we're arriving at the master bedroom. I took a look at the master plan, and so have you, and the work that the architect did doing the master plan of the approved project really stands out, the practicality of the daily usage and the property itself will gain a lot of value because its spaces will be much more optimized.
Yes.
Nevertheless, these ceilings here, how would you integrate such a stunning ceiling as this one into an interior design project?
As you know, it wouldn't be my first time doing it.
I know.
So I love these kind of historic intervention because of that, so that we can blend in, for example, a beautiful lighting in a master bedroom, keeping it cozy, but at the same time respecting the historic features, and knowing that it's going to be optimized by having a sleeping area, an open closet, and then opening up for this gorgeous island kind of bathroom, master bathroom. I think it's going to be just a beautiful suite. That's where the master plan enhances the living. And then the features stay and they will flow into the contemporary living, which is really beautiful. And of course, part of it will be this gorgeous view with the bridge, the river, the museum. It's really a full circle kind of moment in this house.
And this veranda also, you have this walk-in veranda in this room, which also will add a lot of value.
And very romantic. It's kind of a Shakespearean romantic, which is part of the Belle Epoque and the Art Nouveau. It was reviving all of those kind of feelings into the art, so you have it here.
So what I found fascinating today's capacity to revamp an historic building is the endless possibilities that we have to upgrade a house. For example, in this case, we will have an elevator here, which is extremely practical for today's living, and then to this very big room, there will be a bathroom over there added to this wall. This wall will be knocked down, and you have a bathroom here. So
there's so many possibilities. You know, this can be an office, it can be a guest bedroom, it can even be an extended wellness room where you can add on to the master bathroom because it's kind of connected to it. So depending on how many people will live in the house and how they will want to live the house, definitely this room is a special one. This gorgeous window, which is one of my favorites. It's just so beautiful and delicate at the same time, and it's really a feature for me.
Yes.
And I love the way that it just, although we don't have the river view on this side, they made it special by the features of the Art Nouveau railing outside, the features of the window, because you don't really have to go classic if you don't want to in this house. We have the Art Nouveau reference, and nowadays we are kind of reviving in interior design these fluidities and curves, so we can bring in really modern and contemporary furniture and make the clash and the contrast, because we don't need a classic balance. We can create a modern and contemporary balance too. So it's very, very eclectic, and at the same time, the potential is endless.
So now going to the more operational area of the house. It's one of our favorites usually. It's where clients don't think about the potential of these areas. You have a garage here for 2 cars, and you have the laundry, you have a second entrance, and
maybe a mudroom here. You
Yes,
never know if it's a family or if it's owners that like a lot of sports. I see an amazing mudroom here, you know, an entrance, more utilitarian, can be gorgeous for hats, for
Bicycles.
all bicycles, surfboards, boots, horse boots, outside tracking. Everything can be organized here in a really, really cozy and nice way. But also we know that the first owner was a doctor, the beginning of the 20th century, in the beginning of the 1900s, and this was the entrance of his patients. So nowadays, a lot of people are working from home.
Sure.
And this goes directly to where the office was, in a little room. It can still be that, and it can still be kind of a home office that can have a side entrance. So you never know, we might go back to the beginning.
True.
And this is the beauty of the history of these houses. Look, I have goosebumps.
So we are standing here where the garage will be for 2 cars. Once again, the way that the architect envisioned and managed to introduce a garage for 2 cars is truly very interesting. How he managed to put the landscaping plus all the structural features and the capacity to put 2 cars is very, very practical, and it adds amazing value to the house.
Definitely.
But I know that you love to do garages.
I love to do
I
the
love your
garages.
garages. So I would be really, really surprised that you wouldn't put some special feature in the garage in the building such
Maybe
as this one.
you love cars, I love garages. It's like, no, but I think I agree with you. The master plan of architect Antonio da Costa Lima is brilliant. It's really a new perspective, respecting the heritage, but everything is really well reviewed. And the fact that you have 2 cars is great for this area and for Lisbon and for Belém. But really, I would add on the historic architectural features, the modern lighting, all the amenities that a garage should have. So I would really have fun here.
I imagine myself here riding on my bicycle straight out to the boardwalk that you have right here in front.
Yeah.
So once again, the location here is unique.
The location is great, the storage area as well, all the houses should have it, and having the possibility to work with a garage where you can fit in the commodities of the storage, the cars, and all the rest of sports and that kind of thing is important, so we have it here.
So Gracinha, the tour is over and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this stunning property. Gracinha, tell me again, what's your favorite word?
It's emptiness.
Why?
It's the beginning of everything.
Okay.